Hola clase, this is Señora Plastid. We are finishing chapter 1b. Tú como eres. This is part 2, the grammar, verb, and sentence structure and review. Make sure that you have your notebook out. You take lots of notes, that every slide you pause, write down the information, and then listen as I go through and explain it. Make sure that you get culture things down as well because they're going to be on your test as well. So let's continue. So, exploración del lenguaje. Cognates that begin with ES and a consonant. What is a consonant? It's any letter that's not A, E, I, O, or U. Many words in Spanish that begin with ES and consonant are easy to understand because they have the same meaning as English words. So these are words that look very similar in Spanish as they do in English. So knowing the pattern helps you recognize the meaning of new Spanish words and learn them quickly. So try it out. Look at these words, then cover up the E at the beginning, then name the English words that come from the same root word. So if you literally cover the E, right, estudiante, it looks like estudiante, then it looks like student. Esquiar, right, skiar, to ski. Estudioso, get rid of the E, it looks like studioso, studious. Estómago, stomach. Escuela, school. Estricto, strict. Especial, special. Escena, scene. So that means you could be able to understand these two sentences without even having learned the words. Es muy estudioso. He is very studious. Le encanta estudiar. He likes to study. Cultura, el mundo hispano, culture, the Spanish-speaking world. You will be having questions on this man, so make sure you take some notes down. Don't have to write the whole thing, but a couple sentences. Simón Bolívar liberated the territory that is now Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia from Spanish rule. A daring military commander and statesman, Bolívar is revered in South America as El Libertador, the liberator. Why is he so important? So think of his role of that of another historical leader. He's actually kind of like the General George Washington of the Spanish-speaking world. But instead of just liberating one country, the United States, he liberated 5. Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia, which is incredible, all from the rule of Imperial Spain. So he's well revered. They even have money named after him, one of the most important figures in the Spanish-speaking world. And a little bit of artisan culture in Guatemala and Mexico. A huipil is the word for the colorful hand-woven blouse worn by female descendants of the Mayans. You know, the Incas, the Aztecs, the Mayans. Well, from the Mayans. The color, design, and style of weaving are unique to each huipil and identify the background and specific village of the wearer. Hundreds of designs and styles of weaving have been identified in the Mayan regions, which are located principally in Guatemala and parts of Mexico. So just looking by the designs on the huipil, you can actually see what village that they are from, these descendants of the Maya. So that is a pretty cool thing. All right, we're on to the grammar, or the verb and sentence structures. Adjectives. In this section in Spanish, you will be able to, I'll write this down, write about and discuss what you and others are like, describe your personality, and read and write a self-descriptive poem. All right, and so let's continue. Pause the video, write down the information, and then I'll go through and explain it to you. All right, gender and adjective agreement. Nouns and pronouns in Spanish are divided into genders. So person, place, items, or things, right? They're male or female. Nouns for men and boys are masculine or male. Nouns for women and girls are feminine or female. So we'll be using masculine for male, feminine for female. So amigo, male friend. El, he, Juan, that's a guy. Feminine or female, amiga, friend, that's a girl. Ella, she, Maria, the girl's name. So adjectives are description words. They describe nouns, a person, place, or thing. And they have different forms that match or agree with the noun or pronoun and gender. So male adjectives or description words normally end in O, and feminine adjectives or description words end in A. So you have the same description word that changes because it's either attached to a boy or a girl. So Raúl es romántico. He's a romantic guy. Mari es romántica. She is a romantic girl. Adjectives that end in E have the same for both male and female forms, masculine and feminine. So Rafael es inteligente, he is intelligent. Carmen es inteligente, she is intelligent. Notice they both have E's. They're both the same, male and female. Adjectives ending in consonants. Remember, consonants are any letter that's not A, E, I, O, or U. Don't add an A unless there's an or, right? Or an adjective of nationality. So Lorenzo, that's a guy, es intelectual. Notice there's no O at the end. He's smart. Y trabajador, and a hardworking guy. Sergio es español. So that means he is from Spain. He is Spanish. Gloria es intelectual. Notice no A. Y trabajadora. So you added A to the or to make trabajadora, hardworking girl. Sara es española. Sarah is a girl from Spain. She's a Spanish girl. All right, pause the video. You'll see that some of these things have already been written down for you, but we're going to go through it again. All right, so again, if it's masculine, ends in o or, and feminine, a or ora. If it ends in e, it's both male and female. If it ends in ista, it's both male and female, right? Even though it may end with an a, it still has ista. Words that describe people and things are called adjectives, which we said that. The masculine form ends with o, feminine form ends with a. But it ends with E, it's the same for boy and girl. Anita es inteligente, Pedro es inteligente también. We said that if it's a guy, usually ends with a O, feminine ends with a A. And adjectives like trabajador become trabajadora. And if it's ista, Thomas es deportista, Marta es deportista, it is the same for both. So let's listen to a couple of conversations to see what it would sound like.
¿Cómo es Paloma?
Paloma es trabajadora.
Right? What is Paloma like? Paloma is a hardworking girl.
¿Eres ordenada?
Sí, soy ordenada.
Are you a a neat or organized girl? Yes, I am a neat or organized girl. Notice it's trabajadora ordenada because he's asking a girl and talking to a girl. Let's try a couple more.
¿Cómo eres?
Soy estudiosa y muy trabajadora. También soy deportista. ¿Y tú?
Soy artístico. Según mis amigos, soy talentoso. No soy perezoso.
So he asked her, how are you like? She goes, I'm a studious girl and a very hardworking girl. I am also a sporty girl. And you? And now he responds as a boy, soy artístico. I'm an artistic guy. Según mis amigos, according to my friends, soy talentoso. I'm a talented guy. No soy perezoso. I'm not a lazy guy.
¿Te gusta correr?
Sí, soy deportista.
Do you like to run? Yes, I'm a sporty girl. Sí, soy deportista. And it wouldn't matter who asked because both boy and girl can answer with deportista because it ends in ista. So checkpoint. So based on these people, which adjective or description word would you choose? So la profesora, the female teacher, es what? Simpático or simpática? Es simpática. Marco is it perezoso or perezosa? Es perezoso. Marta, we want to say she is a very hardworking girl. Would it be trabajador or trabajadora? Trabajadora. Mi amiga Victoria is it estudioso or estudiosa? Mi amiga Victoria es estudiosa. Notice machi machi all the way through. Definite and indefinite articles, all right, new grammar section. In this section in Spanish, you'll be able to identify and write about people and things at your school. Make sure you write this down. If you need to, pause the video, write this new section, and then we're going to get into the new notes. All right, and let's continue. So, definite articles. You use them to say the word the in Spanish, but they have different forms that agree with their noun in gender and number. So depending if the person, place, or thing is male or female, or if it's one or more, right, singular or plural, there are 4 ways to say the word the in the Spanish language. We have el, la, los, and las, and all four mean the. So, examples. El muchacho, the guy. La muchacha, the girl. Los amigos, the group of male friends. Las profesoras, the female teachers. Again, all four of these meaning the, but they machi according to their noun or their item, object, or person that they're attached to. All right, so let's try it. All four of these mean the. El, la, los, or las. So how do you say the male friend? Which one would you choose? It would be el amigo. What about the chick, the girl? Be la chica. What about a group of female friends? How would you say the girls, the friends that are girls? Las amigas, as, machi. How do you say the guys, the male guys? Be los chicos. And class ends in an E, so how do you know if it's el or la? That's just one thing you just have to memorize. If it doesn't give it away, you just have to know by learning the word. It is la clase. And you've seen, we talked about las clases, the classes, a lot. So sometimes you just have to learn it as part of the word and memorize them together. All right, pause, write this down, and then we're going to go through it. Irregular articles. So, right, so we talked about this. Sometimes some nouns have different articles, like el joven, la joven, the young guy, the young girl. But here are typical rules for whether you want to know if it's feminine or masculine. So masculine, if it ends in M-A, L, O, or S, it's usually masculine. You usually use L and los with those. And if it ends with A, sion, or dad, then it's usually la or las, right? I think it's funny to me because masculine, malos, means bad, so like bad boys. And feminine, this is funny because it's action dad, right? Even though it's feminine. So funny ways to help you remember when to use el and los and la and las. Indefinite articles, when you're not sure of what you're talking about, like a book or some books, right? So un and una mean a or an, and unos or unas mean some. So instead of saying she is the friend, ella es una amiga. She is a female friend. And notice it's una because it's amiga. I need a dictionary. Necesito un diccionario. Not the dictionary, not el diccionario, a dictionary. Any dictionary will do. ¿Tienes unos lápices? Do you have some pencils? You have to know that lápiz is masculine. That's why it is masculine plural. All right, ¿tienes unos lápices? Do you have some pencils? So again, pause the video, write these down. So again, you use these to say an, a or some, and they agree with their person, place, or thing by gender, which is male or female, and number, singular, which is one object, or plural, which is many objects. Un libro, a book, masculine. Una mochila, a backpack, feminine. Unos libros, some books, notice the os. Unas mochilas, some backpacks, right? As. So you need to make sure it matches the article with the object, person, place, or thing. All right, so we talked about these, right? When you learn a new noun, say it out loud along with its definite article as often as you get a chance. Eventually, you will find that the words just sound right with the correct definite article, and you will know whether nouns are male or female, masculine or feminine. El and la are called definite articles, and they mean the in English. El is used with masculine or male nouns. La is used with feminine or female nouns, right? Like el libro, the book, la carpeta, the folder. So like we've said before, el and la both mean the. Un and una are called indefinite articles, and they are the equivalent of a and an in English. Un is used with male nouns, and una is used with female nouns. Un libro, a book. Una carpeta, a folder. So, right, the book, the folder, a book, a folder.
¿Qué es?
Es un brazo.
What is it? It's an arm. Es un brazo, not the arm, a arm. Next. All right, pause, write this down, the last grammar lesson before we get to the review. Word order, placement of adjectives, where you place the description words. In this section in Spanish, you'll be able to write about and describe yourself and others, and listen to and write a description of 3 teens. So, pause the video, write this down, and then we're going to go through it together. Okay, to make a sentence negative, right, you put it no before the verb. Edward no es un chico serio. He is not a serious guy. But notice, I said serious guy, but it's chico serio is switched here, right? So it's not un serio chico, un chico serio. Why is that? All right. In Spanish, adjectives or description words come after the noun they describe. Notice how artística follows chica in the Spanish sentence. Margarita es una chica artística. Margarita is an artistic girl. Artistic girl. So the girl comes first and then it's description. And people ask, why is that in Spanish? Well, it's more important in the beginning to say what the object actually is and then describe it after. Like, what's more important about a red car? The fact that it's red or the fact that it's a car? The fact that it's a car. So we're going to put the car first and then red after. So did you notice in English this sentence, the adjective comes before the noun, but in Spanish, the adjective comes after the noun, right? So Margarita es, and then you put the object first, una chica, and then describing, muy artística, very artistic. Pablo es, then you put what he is first, un estudiante, a student, and then you describe him, inteligente. So the description comes at the end. What's more important is what they are first. Then you describe them at the end. La señora Ortiz es una profesora muy buena, is a teacher that's very good. So now you're going to be reading this poem and see if you can write something similar, right? Soy Elena, I am Elena. En general, so generally, soy reservada y ordenada. I am reserved and neat and organized. Notice, why is she using reservada and ordenada? Because it's Elena, a girl. A veces, sometimes, soy atrevida. I am daring girl, right? Graciosa, funny, o impaciente, or impatient. No soy ni deportista ni artística. So I am neither sporty nor artistic. Yo soy yo. I am myself. I am I. All right? So you'll have to write a paragraph at the end of this lesson and module describing yourself, what you like and don't like to do, and your best friend the same way. So let's practice some more reading, shall we? Hola, soy Patti. Soy atrevida, I'm a daring girl, y muy deportista, and sporty. Me gusta mucho nadar y correr. I like swimming and running a lot. Pero me gusta más esquiar, but I like skiing more. No me gusta nada jugar videojuegos. I don't like playing video games at all. Escríbeme pronto, write me soon, y dime qué actividades te gusta y no te gusta hacer. And tell me what activities you like and don't like to do. Me llamo Luisa. Soy estudiosa y trabajadora. Y soy deportista. Mi amiga se llama Susana. Ella es simpática. También es deportista y trabajadora. So let's see if you can go back and translate that one, right? My name is Luisa, or I call myself Luisa. I am a studious girl and a hardworking girl. I am also sporty. My friend is called Susanna, or her name is Susanna. She is a friendly girl. She is also sporty and a hardworking girl. How did you do? All right, ¿cómo eres tú? Right, let's see if you can read this, right? How are you like? Los colores revelan tu personalidad. The colors reveal your personality. ¿Eres una chica? ¿Te gusta el rojo? Eres muy apasionada. What do you think apasionada means? Did you say passionate? then you are correct. Eres un chico, ¿te gusta el rojo? Eres atrevido. You are daring, right? Some of these words you've learned. Eres una chica, ¿te gusta el verde? Green. Eres una chica natural, right? Natural. Eres un chico, ¿te gusta el verde? Eres muy generoso. What do you think generoso means? That's right, it means generous. Eres una chica, ¿te gusta el azul? Eres muy talentosa. You are very talented. Eres un chico, ¿te gusta el azul? Eres un chico sociable. You're very sociable. Eres una chica, ¿te gusta el anaranjado? Yes, you're learning the colors at the same time. Anaranjado, orange. Eres una chica artística. You're an artistic girl. Eres un chico, ¿te gusta el anaranjado? Eres gracioso. You are funny. Eres una chica, ¿te gusta el violeta? What do you think violeta is? Yeah, violet, or another way to say purple. Eres una chica muy independiente. You're a very independent girl. Eres un chico, ¿te gusta el violeta? Eres un chico romántico. I'm sure you know what that means by now. Eres una chica, ¿te gusta el amarillo? Yellow. Eres una chica muy trabajadora. Very hardworking. Eres un chico, ¿te gusta el amarillo? Eres muy serio. And notice all the girls have the feminine ones or the gender neutral ones, and all the boys have the O's. How did you do? All right, preparation for the test, what you'll be able to do. I can listen to and understand a description of a friend. So listen as a character in a Spanish soap opera describes his ex-girlfriend. What does he think her good qualities are? What does he think her shortcomings are? And can you understand why he broke up with her?
¿Cómo es María Elena? Pues es una chica inteligente y talentosa, pero es muy seria y no es sociable. Yo soy un chico gracioso y muy sociable. A mí me gustan más las chicas atrevidas.
Okay, so hopefully you understood that. While you're talking about your Spanish teacher, she realizes she doesn't know the real you. Tell her some things about yourself that would help her understand you. You'll be doing that in your paragraph that you'll be writing. The first issue of your school's online newspaper is called Getting to Know You. Submit a brief profile of yourself. Mention what your family thinks of you and list some things you like to do. Like, yo soy una chica deportista y muy sociable. Según mi familia, soy graciosa. Me gusta patinar y hablar por teléfono. Right, so I'm a sporty chick and very social. According to my family, I'm funny. I like to skate and talk on the phone. And then in a popular Spanish magazine, you'll see an interview with an actor who plays the part of teenager Carlos in the TV show you've been watching. See if you can understand what he is saying about the character he plays. No me gusta nada el chico. Él es muy inteligente, pero le gusta hablar y hablar de nada. Es ridículo. Es muy impaciente y perezoso. Él no es ni simpático ni gracioso. Yo soy un actor. No soy como Carlos. So I don't like the guy at all. He's very intelligent, but he likes to talk and talk about nothing. It's ridiculous. He's very impatient and lazy. He is neither sympathetic or friendly or nor funny. I am an actor. I am not like Carlos. So let's see how well you did. Practice. These are the activities that you'll be doing. Right? 7, 16, 18, 19, guided grammar, definite, indefinite articles, and core activities me gusta, and oraciones completas. End of the week, these are the quizzes you'll be taking, and most importantly, here's your test and your paragraph you'll be doing. These are in Canvas. They are not in Pearson Realize. And this is the paragraph you'll be doing. You'll write 2 paragraphs introducing yourself and then introducing your friend. Remember to use the correct male or female adjectives. O for male, A for female. Use only your notes in these sentence starters. Whoop. So make sure that you do that. And gracias.